this and Matt to the end, back to another count, so that way it makes my entire body and face scrunched up, so it looks like I have 18 fucking double, triple chin. Fucking Jabba the Hutt there, with 18 fucking wrinkles and 24 chins. I had to lay down for this because it might as well be therapy. Where you watch this, you'll get therapy. But this is a request from Jose, who sent a request actually when I was doing a stream. But for pretty much any review or movie topic or movie reaction or any reaction, pretty much any type of video, you'd request it either through my PayPal or by joining my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries. 3, 2, 1, pressing play. Some reason fucking Universal logo. Universal had to release this shit, the fourth kind. I saw this film back when it came out in 2009. I wasn't a fan of it then. Stars Milla Jovovich, Elias Koteas, Casey Jones from 1999 Ninja Turtles film. I think, is it Will Patton, I want to say? I knew I was in trouble when this opening happened. Because, well, okay, it's a movie about alien abduction, okay. Is it found footage? Well, no, not really. Is it a documentary? Well, here's Milla Jovovich. He says, I am actress Milla Jovovich. Literally, Milla Jovovich comes up and says, I am actress Milla Jovovich. I'm playing this character. This is a dramatization of what happened, what transpired. Now, this director I don't think has ever worked since. And I can kind of understand where he was going for, where he wanted to try to do something different, where let's have these actors do an unsolved mysteries type of dramatization of the events, but then we're going to mix that with real footage. So this, I think this guy, actually I don't know. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if the other guy's himself, but this lady is supposed to be a real doctor, and then Milla Jovovich plays this character in a dramatization version. Did I confuse people yet? Anyway, this is a character named Dr. Abigail Tyler, who's talking to someone about her experience. I was come to find out she looked into these alien abductions, and by the end of the film, her kid was abducted and hasn't come back since. And then as she's telling her story, it'll cut to Milla Jovovich playing the same character. But then it'll go into actual audio. But then it'll go to a dramatization of that audio. Or there'll be times where you'll have the two scenes. We'll get to that. Here's the real footage, and then here's the dramatization footage. Milla Jovovich as Dr. Abigail Tyler. Elias Koteas as Dr. I mean, they're literally having these titles on the screen. It just, I did want to do something different. I did want to do something unique, but this is just off kilter. And you can't buy into it. Because you're watching the dramatization, but then you don't buy the actual documentary either. Like, there wasn't anyone that thought this was a real thing. Because for the most part, you're watching a movie, and then all it does is make the go, just pick one or the other. Either do your, like, here it is. You have the real footage over here, and you have the same scene, but it's Milla Jovovich doing over here. And there'll be more of that. So it's like, here's the real footage, and here's the dramatization footage. They'll probably go back to that. I don't understand the idea behind that. Like, why? If you're willing to show the real, like now it's going from the real footage, I say real, to Milla Jovovich, then back to the real. What's the purpose of that? Instead of drawing you in, it takes you out. Why do we need to say, right here, we're seeing the same fucking sequence with real footage and the dramatization at the same time? What's the point of that? Why? That's like someone going, okay, someone on YouTube, if they went and took The Room with Tommy Wiseau, and then they took James Franco from The Disaster Artist, and they put it side by side to see, hey, let's compare how James Franco did and how they did the scene, and here's the actual scene from The Room. But that doesn't work with telling a fucking story. So it just makes you go, what was the point of this? What was the director going for? Because, again, you don't buy the dramatization stuff. And maybe it would have worked better if it was one or the other. Maybe it would have worked better if it was the, quote, interview real footage. It's like it wants to be found footage, but then it doesn't want to be found footage. But then it wants to be, what, a wannabe unsolved mysteries type of thing with the dramatizations? I don't even think, I don't know why I keep saying unsolved mystery, but I think because I viewed a podcast. I don't know, that did stuck in my brain. I'm thinking of something else. I don't know why my brain, again, keeps going to fucking unsolved mysteries. So I always come to Milla Jovovich, and then the real Abigail yelling, then Milla Jovovich yelling, then the real Abigail yelling. It's like, why would I give a shit about the dramatization version when you, quote, have the real one there? Why are you showing us two versions of the same scene? And then trying to have loud noises as if that's supposed to be scary. Hey, we're going to have noises so that your eardrums are ready to fucking bleed. Are you scared yet? No, I'm just deaf. Great, we're going to be killed by fucking Sensurround or Memorex. Great, Memorex are going to kill us. Did you do that? No, Memorex. It's sad because I like Elias Koteas. He's just wasted, and it's funny. He's a good actor, but his best role was in 1990. Casey Jones in the 1990 Ninja Turtles film. I maintain that's the best fucking role he's had. Now that's like the role he never wants to talk about. And yeah, he was good in The Prophecy. He had big roles in films like Collateral Damage. There was a film he played a priest. I can't remember what film that was. He's fine in this. I'm not a big Milla Jovovich guy. I'm sorry. She worked fine in The Fifth Element. I'm not big in the Resident Evil movies. The first one maybe I could deal with, to be fair, for what it is. Like the first Resident Evil I could deal with. Sequels, not so much. Perfect Getaway I wasn't a fan of. Now she only makes movies for Paul Wildstadian Anderson because that's her husband. And then like here, okay, we have Milla Jovovich flying, but then it's the other real Abigail talking. So then, for a split second, you gotta go, oh yeah, that's not Mila's voice. Oh no, that's the girl that she's playing. That would be like during the Terminator. It would cut to me also going, I'll be back. The 7mm. You got the plasma rifles. Or you watch Predator, and then during the scenes, then you have me saying the same lines. It's bullshit, all of it. The cabinet ministers just do your dirty work. My men are not expendable. Your asset, expendable asset. I usually get the job done. Got it. People are like, what the fuck is this? You just say it's experimental, but that doesn't mean it's successful. Experimental and successful are two very different things. As is the case with this. That's why you really don't have films made like this. I mean, I guess I didn't give credit. The director tried. He failed, but he tried. I guess that's more than some directors do, to be fair. Some directors don't try at all. But yeah, I think this would have been more successful if it either A, stick with the dramatization. It wouldn't be, I don't think, that good of a movie because it's a fairly average film at best. Or go with the documentary format, which, there's others that are done that better. But pick one or the other. It's especially when they have the same scene playing at the same time on two sides. I'm like, what is the point of this? I don't get the point of that. Like, look, we can recreate this pretty well. The fuck would the audience care about that? Look how we're recreating this real footage. Aren't you impressed with us? Why would we give a shit? And if you think we're supposed to buy the other stuff as real, you're wrong. Sorry. Even if that's the case, what, it's a dip measuring contest? Look what we could do. I will say this is an interesting idea for this scene. That the camera will pan to Mila, and each time it pans back, it's a different patient. Then pans back and forth and never cuts. And it's the whole idea is that all of these patients have had the same exact story. Again, that's an interesting idea on a directing front. I mean, it does seem like this director wanted to make an impact with his film. Again, I don't think he's ever directed again. Maybe he could direct another film, but learn from some mistakes. Like, okay, have those kind of stuff, but maybe, a lot of directors are lazy. This one maybe went overboard in the other way. And I'm sorry, Mila Jovovich, I don't think is right for this role. I don't. I mean, to buy her in this role is almost like trying to buy Denise Richards in the James Bond movie. And maybe that's going overboard on that front, but it's just like she's too pretty, she's too this. If it was like a Jodie Foster type, or, and I'm not saying Jodie Foster's ugly, but she would seem more natural, Jodie Foster, or even Gina Davis, or someone else. I think someone in this role would be more fitting. Maybe because I like them more as actresses compared to Mila. Charlize Theron would work better. Or even someone like, I don't know, Kathy Bates, or something of that, an actress of that nature would work better, I think. Oh, a little rainbow. Ain't no pot of gold in that fucking rainbow. And I'll be honest, I don't even care for the actress who plays the real Abigail Tyler. Maybe it's not the actress's fault. It's just the way what she's directed to act like, because it's supposed to be after the kid has been abducted. I think I said son, but might have been this girl, daughter. But it's been a while since I've seen this, folks. This was what, 2009? Probably the last time I saw it was fucking 2009. But anyway, because the character has gone through this, she's in this shell-shocked state. So then she's talking like this, and I don't know what to do. And I'm talking about this thing about my kid, and she was a conversion thing, some disorder. That sort of shell-shocked, despair tone of voice just didn't work for me. Did not work for me. When that's what only you hear. That's the only tone you hear from her. No other tone of voice that I remember. Where they're going to Amityville House. Might as well. I mean, you look at alien abduction films. Fire in the Sky worked well enough. I liked it. I reviewed Fire in the Sky. Extraterrestrial would have worked, except the ending is horseshit. But the rest of Extraterrestrial was actually pretty good, I thought. Except the ending fucking sucked. There's one. Was it Night Skies or Dark Skies or I forget what that was called. That was pretty. It was so forgettable. I forgot it. There's not a lot of fantastic alien abduction movies now I think about. Communion. That I wanted that to work so badly, but just too many weird eccentric shit that just throws off the tone of that movie. Maybe it was her son. I can't remember. Kid's being a fucking brat. Go to your room and shut up. Fucking brat. Fucking owls. Was a goddamn lady hawk? Is that fucking Michelle Pfeiffer? Who you looking at? Who? Fucking owls. The owl must have been looking at the camera going, what the fuck do you want, punk? Gouge your fucking eyes out. There ever been a movie about killer owl? If not, I'm fucking shot. Really? Yeah, there's fucking movies about killer cats. Yeah, I'm shot. There ain't no about killer owls. Not saying it'd be good, I'm just shocked there hasn't been one, if that's the case. Try and put the microphone away for that so you're not hearing going. The movie number is 555. Wait a minute. 555 ain't a real number. No shit, lady. What do you think this is? Real life? Clint Eastwood, I fucked him. Oh. Fetches a Ford Fairlane. Also, if this was, and also think about it, you're trying to have, if, let's say with the director, if he actually wanted people to believe that the real footage was real, then he's making a dramatization, artistic choices in an event where a child was abducted and never came back and could be dead. So even if this was real, it'd be in pretty fucking poor taste. But, or just tell a story without these artistic choices. Or if you're telling a real life story, what does this part have to do with the actual story? Her and her son having an argument at the table. I think the director does seem like he's trying to have a lot of artsy shots, establishing shots, crane shots, shots through the fishbowl, the fish tank, I should say. This shot here behind the figures, moving the camera. Now he's slowly pushing the camera in. So again, this director seems like he doesn't just want static shots. He does not just want static shots on it, but it's like, okay, you're getting into this film, or you're trying to get into this film, or you want to get into this film, or even if you don't want to get into this film. And she's a therapist, and the patient's talking about owls, and they keep seeing owls, and then I knew owls had to deal with fucking aliens. Maybe owls are security cameras. But it's like, oh, now we're in the real footage. Why? Okay, I guess we're in the October 2nd, 2000, this footage. Okay, now we have the same fucking scene, but Mila Jovovich is saying one line, and the real Abigail is saying the same line, and the patient in the footage is saying the same lines as the dramatization guy saying the same lines, and they're both on the screen. And it's like, what the fuck is the point of this? What is the point of this? If the director wants us to make us think this is real, then people be like, show me the real fucking footage, not the shit you made up. Right? And if you have the real footage, people will be like, why the fuck are you cutting to your dramatization if you have the real footage? Just show the real fucking thing. Again, it's showing the same fucking scene. It's like you just watch the same scene twice at the same time. I don't understand this thinking. I don't understand this choice. This directorial choice of showing the same thing, showing it twice. Double vision shit. It's called double vision. Or dual vision, what the fuck? It's like a weird fucking 3D thing. I don't know what the fuck. The guy freaked out, he wants to leave. Just let him leave, therapist. Hey therapist, stop being so fucking pushy. Are you trying to convince me or you? I'm paying your fucking service. Fuck off. I'm going to find an owl and shove it up your ass. I'm going to talk to you And then you're going to talk to my lawyer, and you're going to talk to my gun, and you're going to talk to my dick, whose name is Clarice. You ever seen Silence of the Lambs? Well, your mouth is going to know the song of silence when it's wrapped around my cock. Well, now we're got the city steep. Now we got 911 audio. And now we have police camera footage. But then it cuts to dramatization police footage. Will Patton as sheriff. That just takes you out of the movie as you get into it. Oh, but wait, this is Will Patton as sheriff. This is supposed to be the guy that was at the therapist, and now he's gone crazy. Again, maybe it could have been interesting. Again, maybe it could have been interesting that the guy goes see a therapist, and the next thing we know, there's a 911 call. But again, maybe if the entire fucking thing was this fake documentary, a mockumentary, probably would have worked out better. But then it cuts to the real footage. Then it cuts to the fucking movie footage, and it's like, and we all know both of it's fake, so I'll just call it fake footage and movie footage. Movie footage as in Mila, and fake footage as in the real thing. So now we're in movie land. Mila's going to try to talk this guy down. That ain't going to work, obviously. We know this, because it's a movie. And the fake, the Abigail Tyler just wouldn't, just her performance. I didn't, because she's playing a shell-shocked character, so she has no emotion on her face. I mean, to be fair to Mila, she's at least having some emotion. I think when I first saw it, I gave more pass to the... I think when I first saw it, I gave less note to Mila than the actual... It's not even actual, but... It's fucking confusing even doing this shit. So now it's a forced split shot. The best way to call this film is a failed experiment. And it fails hard. Milla Jovovich is a pretty shitty fucking therapist, I'll say that. Shitty therapist. Shitty sharpshooters, too. I mean, the first shot, someone should have taken him down. We got the shot him, the wife's in the way. As soon as he shot the wife, why didn't the cop shoot the guy? Boom. Should have tried to take the shot in the first place, and... Yeah, this is shitty therapist. You just got 4 people killed, you dumbass. Should be fired already after that. Boom, fired. Because you failed. F steal fuck. Bunch of bullshit happened. Told me about owls. That's the truth. Guy told about owls. Fucking owls. I like Will Patton as an actor. He was in Armageddon. That's a big movie he was in. There's been others, but I can't think of them. But I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that actor. The guy was batshit crazy. Why do you think, It means he's blaming you, dummy. It means he's saying it's your fucking fault, dumbass. Yes. The answer is yes. Yep, she's dead as fuck. I know this is not supposed to take place in the South, but he sounds so much like a Southern redneck, stereotypical. I don't know these things with this hypnotism and hallucinations. What do you mean these hallucinations? It's supposed to be in Alaska, but sounds like he's from Arkansas. Sure, Will Pad's is from Arkansas. No disrespect to anyone from Arkansas. I don't know anything about these hallucinations and these hypnosis. These right from his spit. Spit fucking chew out or something. I don't care. Just like this movie. I don't care. I don't care either, Will Patton. I don't give a fuck about this movie. I don't give a fuck about this war or your president. State Place Station, New York. You feel responsible? Good. What do you mean you don't know why you did it? By this point, you've met the aliens as taking your kid. Why the fuck are you saying, I don't know why he did it? You look like you're 80 pounds and your sister Calista Flockhart, fucking Alan McBeal Jr., and you don't know. Talking about the other Abigail, not the Mila Jovovich Abigail. Bunch of bullshit. What the hell is this about? Extreme caution? Whoop-de-doo. Whatever. We're driving through the river. Nah. Let's see. I should have looked up some info about this film. Maybe I will. Well, Elias Cote is back in the house again. Actually, that's something I like to do, is look up some trivia on this. So I might fet the webcam a little bit. Fourth kind trivia. Yes, how about this entire movie step away? Step the fuck away. Last Cody's outfit looks like he's ready to go golfing. The movie's host interviews have angered the families of real missing persons in and around No Molester for trivializing their loss. Ooh, shit. Thought there's nothing for trivia. This movie's so fucking boring, there's not even interesting trivia on it. Yeah, the director by Olatunde Osunsami. Based on actual case studies. That's bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Oh, yeah, I was right. That interviewer was the director. Has this guy done anything else? Oh, of course. I should have known. This guy directed TV. He directed a little bit of something called Falling Skies. This guy... Are you shitting me? He directed 4 episodes of Star Trek Discovery. I should have fucking known. And 2 of the Star Trek short treks, Calypso and the Girl Who Made the Stars. And again, like 4 episodes of Star Trek Discovery. So wow, Star Trek Discovery people must have been real big fans of this movie. This is the first major film by writer and director Olatunde Osunsami, who is a protege of Joe Carnahan. Well, that fucking explains everything. You're the protege of Joe Carnahan? Fuck, if you're being taught by Joe Carnahan, you're a shit creek. Yeah, get teachers from the guy who directed the shitty A-Team movie, or the overrated Smoking Aces, or the fucking... Well, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Oh, and Joe Carnahan produced this? No wonder the film sucks. This movie is set up as a reenactment of allegedly original documentary footage, while also using the before-seen archival footage that's integrated into the film. The fourth crime received mainly negative reviews from critics, many of whom were offended that the film attempted to use the real-life tragedies of missing and deceased Nome citizens in order to make money using a fictitious story about alien abduction. Okay, so that's where the trivia... I didn't even think about that. That is pretty fucking scummy. Roger Ebert gave it 1.5 stars. Man. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the movie. I'm just looking at the trivia or any info. It came out, I guess, November 2009, and it made 25 million in the U.S. and 47 million worldwide. Well, there you go. Again, it did the same fucking thing where you have a guy lying on a couch and then it cuts to the real guy lying on the couch, and then we're seeing the same fucking thing twice. Here's a reenactment of it. Now here's the real version of it. What is the point of that? I don't understand. Keep my voice low so I don't screw it up. It just makes no fucking sense, man. It makes no sense. No fucking sense, man. Come on. Fucking seriously, buddy. The fuck? God damn, man. That's why I just go, God damn. What the fuck is your deal? I know I keep changing microphone, I apologize. I didn't see shit, lady. Saw owls. More owls. Saw them, they live. I saw Roddy Piper with sunglasses. Cinnamon sugar, cinnamon toast crunch. And yeah, you never see the aliens. So if you're like, oh, there's an alien abduction movie, you don't see the aliens. You never see the aliens, from what I remember. Pretty much going, that they talk to you in your mind and they tell you shit in your mind and blah 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 blah. Like, we're 40 minutes in. Jesus. 41 minutes. No, 42. 42 minutes in. And she's a therapist. People talk about fucking owls. And a guy went into a murder-suicide of his family. That's 42 minutes. I mean, if you watch a movie called The Fourth Kind, you already know it deals with aliens, so it's not like that's a fucking surprise. Because you have Close Encounters of the Third Kind, oh boom, Fourth Kind, The Fourth Kind. Anyone going into this already knows about aliens. But the problem with when you make a movie like this is that the audience is already ahead of you. So really what all the movie's doing is catching up to the audience. Now how long do you let it for the audience to get ahead of you? Because if the audience is just like, okay, we're waiting for the aliens, and then the story just stalls, and you're not featuring much of an interesting story or dramatic arcs of its characters, so I guess there were real missing people in Nome, Alaska, and then they based it on that, and they said, well, maybe it's alien abductions. So the people in Nome, Alaska apparently got pissed off with this movie. Did they really get pissed off? Is one of those like fate things, fate pissed off to try to market the movie? Hell, there wasn't much marketing for this movie. Probably was real people being pissed off. I'm pissed off, and I'm not even from Nome, Alaska. Wonder how it is living in Alaska. I mean, I have to wonder. It must be tough to get. What fucking tape? So the Emiliovic is listening to another woman's voice, but we the audience have to remember, oh wait, that is supposed to be the real her. So the fake Abigail is listening to the real Abigail's voice. That's what I mean. It's... You understand that, but it does take you out of the movie when you have to make that distinction over and over again. Again, that's why movies don't do this, man. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe this movie had to be made in order to show this is what happens when you do this. It's kind of like Batman and Robin, as in Batman and Robin had to happen to showcase, no, we don't want to see Batman like this. A scream sounds like a party. What did the alien say? TikTok? Right, aliens gonna do with TikTok too? Have enough fucking people on TikTok. We don't need fucking aliens in the midst of it too. Of that bullshit. Another thing about why would she not have listened to it? Like she gave it for someone to interpret or something. Wouldn't she have listened to it at least one time? Just not. Not much for doing your own fucking research. You think you would at least listen to it one fucking time before you gave it away, but no, that was the first time apparently I dared to listen to a recording. Yeah, it was a weird shot, like, for a split second. I don't even know how to explain it. Obviously, for artistic, creative, whatever the fuck. What the fuck the director's doing, man? But yeah, I guess he found more word using fucking directing Star Trek Discovery episodes. Go figure. Guess you don't fail upwards. It's fucking Hollywood for you. Okay, so it recorded, I guess when she was by herself in her room, and an alien like attacked her without her noticing, I guess. God, this Abigail, she is horrible. She is terrible. Like, she has... I was determined to find out what is going on. I was determined to find out what had been done to me. Type of voice that makes you fall asleep. Mila Jovovich is better than this girl. I gotta say that. Watching this again, I think when I first saw this, it was reversed, my opinion, but no. Mila Jovovich is better than this girl. I mean, maybe that's a take on Hollywood status where the real Abigail looks more natural, and so then they hire Mila Jovovich to play the movie version of her. I'm sure there's probably some subtext about Hollywood in that part of the film, but I just don't care. Sumerian language. Just tell your fucking name, lady. Just say, hey, this is my name. Something weird happened. I need to play it for you. I know you don't think I'm crazy. Just please listen to this. This is just weird. Fuck, but no, you can't do that because then the movie would be too short. He probably has call ID, so he don't call bad, dummy. Never heard of call ID? Just take your time. Get into the fucking point. Like, we really needed to hear the real Abigail going, he listened. He didn't think I was crazy. He listened. We could gather that our fucking own. We're not that fucking stupid movie that we can't figure that out. God damn. Fucking idiot of a fucking movie, man. Sorry, we ain't that fucking stupid. So now we're Sumerian, the Holy Grail of Dead Languages. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. I'm just trying to remember what the hell happened next in this movie. I know there's a point later on where someone's sitting and they kind of like float away. Then you have the finale of the film with her kid. Pretty much this whole thing about talking about the Sumerian language, and on the tape there was Sumerian language. Great, we don't have fucking Alice Jones in here too, talking about this shit. Ancient civilizations, ancient aliens and shit. What is it, the fucking Stardate now? Say hi, the teen tupped asshole. Go call Mulder and Scully then. Yes, I'm dealing with fats. Now sit your ass down, Casey Jones. Before a hearty steak is at your face and across your throat. You meant 4 walking talking turtles, but you can't fucking believe in aliens? Fuck are you talking about, Casey Jones? Yeah, I think accounting for Incred is probably about 5 minutes. So technically there's about 35 minutes left. And then probably a few more minutes of summing things up. Probably around 10 minutes for your whatever the finale is. Then there's the scene where the one guy they're interviewed just like floats away or something. I think there's another scene then, like police footage, and they see like a fucking flying saucer or something. He's being abused by his wife. See, really, this is technically a domestic dispute. The wife's beating the shit out of her husband. That's why he's got all these bruises. His wife is Amber Heard. Get the fuck away from the wife. She's beating the shit out of him. That's why he's so crazy. They thought we were going to do some S&M shit, but it went wrong. Very wrong. Yep, see, this is a camera now. They're going to record the shit. Get a drill and drill your head. Zzz. Call the driller killer. He'll fix it. Maybe I hit it. You got that thing up your nose like Arnold did in Total Recall. You're gonna take the bug out. And then get your ass to Mars. Get your ass to Mars. At least give him a towel over all the sweat he's flowing down his forehead. October 4th, 2000. That's what it says on the real footage. Yeah, because he will like float. I remember that part. So now we're back to the movie land. I just don't. What's the point of switching in between? even without that, the story is just very basic. Interviewing folks about alien abduction and they freak out. I mean, really nothing that interesting of a story, I hate to say it. Call an exorcist. Call a fucking exorcist. Oh, there he's floating. Now, of course, the camera footage is shitty. Why is nobody grabbing him? They're just letting him float. They're not. No one's going to try to grab him. I mean, you think people would try to grab him and tie him down or something, but no. The window was open. They probably let him float the fuck away into the sky. North Carolina? What's in North Carolina? Damn tomorrow. Sorry, I'm not saying that. It's pretty much just the Miljovic is patting shit up. Telling her kids to shut the fuck up. I think this is what, Will Patton, sheriff. Fuck do you want, sheriff? What? There are 3 fucking witnesses, sheriff. Why don't you talk about the 3 fucking witnesses? What, do you think she broke his back? What, do you think she is, the Iron Sheik? Break your back and fuck your ass? You have 3 fucking witnesses. How are you supposed to believe this? There's 3 fucking witnesses. There is Elias Koteas. There's the guy with the Sumerian language professor. There's the wife of the guy. No one would arrest this girl. Come on. There's 3 fucking witnesses. There's 3 witnesses. Elias Koteas, you're a witness. Say something. You were there. Finally, speaking up. And you have 2 other witnesses. There's no proof that what do you think she did? Broke a guy's vertebrae with what? Her mind? Her fucking... What'd she do? Breathe on him wrong? Fucking stupid. Sheriff is just being over the top. Ridiculous. for no reason either. At least no good reason for writing wise. At least to me, I don't think it's good writing. Tell us maybe it is. Just comes off as stupid bullshit. You would think after that incident they would have called, if the guy was paralyzed, they would have noticed right then and there, and then they would have called the cops, and then all the witnesses would be like, this is what the fuck happened. But, yeah, the cop is in front of the house, and that's where the spaceship footage. You don't see the aliens, but you do see the spaceship. So, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I feel like a cop's gonna come when I do this. So this guy here is the director, interviewing the real Abigail Tyler. And once again, let me repeat, I did with the Abigail Tyler, she's supposed to be shell shot. But it just comes off as wooden and pretty much going through, okay, the dial is going through the kinds. Third kind, close cows, third kind, make contact, the fourth kind. Nothing more frightening than the fourth. Is abduction. So now we have this speed montage. Go ba 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 ba. Oh my god, man. Are we supposed to be steered of the film? Are we supposed to feel suspense of the film? Are we supposed to pontificate with the film? Like, what is even its intention? I find it rather boring, uninteresting. Yeah, this is when he's going to see the spaceship thing. And I'll cut to like the police footage, right? Yeah, because we got like 29 minutes left. Say about 5 minutes or so for end credits. Yeah, here's the actual footage. And there's a brief bit of the spaceship, but then all this fucking distortion. That's what a police officer, just stare at the house, don't do anything, don't run in for help. Just you're waiting for backup, huh? but good job, Will Patton. You just got people fucked because you told them not to leave. It is the daughter that taken. What do you think happened, Will Patton? So Will Patton doesn't believe it, of course. Mila's saying that her baby was taken. Boy, what do you think happened? You just said you went in there and the girl was done. What do you think she did? Hid the girl up her ass? Hide it in her cooch? What do you think? You had a cop outside. The cop says he saw a fucking UFO. The footage was all fucked up. But fucking stupid. Serdar's been taken. They took the boy with the cops, or the cops took the boy, and we have like 25 minutes left in the movie. I mean, I don't even remember what the fuck is the finale of this. I don't even remember. Probably for good reason. Okay, she's trying. Yeah, I don't remember what the fuck happened with this film, man. I mean, I'm at a blank spot. I remember Kidverse got taken. I thought that was the end of the film, but it says like 20 some minutes left. I don't know. It's all fucking new to me. God damn. It's, again, even if you're into aliens, you don't see the aliens, so you're not even going to get that satisfaction. Horror-wise, I guess if you scared of people going, that I guess maybe this could scare you. If you don't, any mood that might create in the real footage, it's distracted by the dramatization and overbearing score like this. Like, this score is a bit overbearing for this type of movie, the motion picture. This score sounds like something for an X-Men movie or something. What the fuck else is she gonna do? So, okay, so she's gonna get hypnotized. So Elias Koteas and the guy with the Sumerian language professor, they're gonna hypnotize her, okay. It's like the director figured if he did enough stuff with the camera, like here he's doing this 360 above the characters. It's like if I do enough spiffy stuff with the camera, it could overcompensate a boring story where truthfully barely anything fucking happens. Interview people, murder suicide, the guy was floating, her kid's taken, now she's been hypnotized. Well, fuck. That's pretty much the movie already. And it's doing the same fucking thing where now we have the October 6, 2000 footage and then the movie land. Great, we got Mila Jovovich and Abigail, like saying the same shit. It's the same scene. I'm just watching it twice. Both saying the same dialogue. What is the point of this? Keep asking that till the cows come home. I don't want to know. I don't want to know either. No, I do want to know. I want to know what the point was. It's like, here's the real footage. Look how good we are on recreating this real footage, even though that footage is fake too. So the fake footage, and now here's our faker footage. Fake and faker. The fourth fake. The faker kind. I mean, there you go, the four fakes. Fate, faker, fakist, and fakenist. So figures come in, up close shots of her body, quivering, streaming. This has the potential of being intense when it's the attack scene. A little like a POV of her being through her eyes as the body's thrown back. Potential. Then some experiment with a big fucking, I was going to say drill, but I saw this shit on X-Files when you had Dana Scully get abducted and she's trying to remember some of this stuff. And it's like, okay, did the aliens experiment on her? Maybe it was the government experiment on Dana Scully. There she floats away. I blank enforce my will. Not world, no. Child will never fucking return, you bitch. I am God? I don't know. Truth remains unknown. I'm the fucking savior. I am... Holy shit, I was just kidding. He really did say I am God. I was just bullshitting when I said that. I didn't remember that. I was bullshitting when I said that. I was complete bullshitting. The fuck do you think he really did say I am God? Holy shit. Maybe he's a fan of Freddy Krueger. This is God. Don't be a dick, aliens. Just give the fucking kid back. Fuckwits. For some reason we got this shot about with the stars doing this. Just for dramatization effect. It came, it saw, it kicked your ass. That's what happened. We were fucked up. On LSD. So they were abducted. Again, I get what the actress is going for, but when her entire performance is just, I don't know. It's hard to believe, but I believe the things I've seen, the presence I have felt inside of me is beyond anything you can imagine. It was... See, it just doesn't work. I hate to say it, if this was real, I would change the channel. Like, if this was a real documentary you see on TV, I would change the channel. I'd be like, I don't want to hear that voice. I'd be like, oh, that's sad. Turn the channel. Is fucking Wheel of Fortune on. Give me a B. Give me a B. Give me a B. I don't know. Maybe this kidder should watch more Wheel of Fortune. I don't know. Take her mind off shit. Take your worries away. Again, I can appreciate that the director is trying with all of these shots where he's trying his best as a director. He's trying his best to bring life to the scenes on a visual, aesthetic level. It's funny. Wait, Elias Koteas was abducted? He didn't get anything. He's not in a fucking cast or a hospital bed. So here we're in a hospital setting. Will Penn asked, hey, how did your husband die? She goes, he was murdered. So apparently her husband... So apparently her husband committed suicide? Probably because her husband was abducted, I'm guessing. Why are you asking about this when she's been on through all this and her fucking daughter's missing? Why are you talking about your husband killing himself years ago when your fucking daughter is missing? Why is this the conversation now? Take a fucking guess, Will Patton. You don't listen to fucking anything, man. Last Coty's character's a pussy. He ain't gonna say shit. Because he wants to save his own sorry ass. Well, Pat, maybe you should ask, wait a minute, I had a cop outside. When your cop has seen fucking anything, someone leaving in and out, what'd she do? Teleport the body somewhere? If it's nowhere on the property, if she never took her fucking car, it's not in the fucking woods, take a fucking think. The girl's down the house, the girl's down the woods, the cop was out there, didn't see her leaving her car. Fuck do you think she went? In the goddamn stratosphere? Osmosis? So now we're her cut. So now we're bringing this up because, well, wait a minute, if you hallucinated your husband being murdered instead of suicide, how could we believe anything you say? Is that really what we're going with? It is they bring it up because this is why people don't believe her. I wouldn't say this part of her acting is bad. It's just that when you've seen that throughout the entire bits of her, it just gets old. Because there is no other elements to the acting other than that one, either wooden or shrill. So it's two, wooden or shrill. Dead or shrill. Dead-eyed or on the urge of hysteria. It just... There's no build-up to it. There's no opposite end to that performance. Looks like she's in a wheelchair. Like her chair has wheels on it. Big old wheels. Now we have like the director Emil Jovovich talking to the camera. In the end, what you believe is yours to decide. No one believes any of this shit because no one believes it's fucking real anyway. Pretty much talking about how the people declined to be part of this movie. Sheriff August retired 2 years after the incidents. Currently resides in northern Alaska. Of course, he declined. Of course he rejected it because he looks like a fucking asshole. Apparently the kid blames his mom for it because he's a fucking idiot. Just a bunch of text, pretty much. Apparently her condition is deteriorated health-wise. So that's, I guess she was in a wheelchair. So pretty much her body went to shit. And the little girl has never been found. Because the movie never went into much of any other direction as to what other synopsis it could be. It's alien, and then at the end they throw in that little bit, well, you know what, you imagined your husband being murdered, but he committed suicide, so maybe it was you. But when you only put that teeny bit, when you said A, B, C, D, and E are alien, and you throw an F, you're not going to automatically believe that. So even on a story point, it just seemed, we got to give a reason why people would doubt her. There you go. And we get the credits where it's just people talking on the radio. CB. I'll just end it here. There's nothing else to say. Yeah, The Fourth Kind. I see a director that was trying to stand out, maybe trying to impress with camera work, camera tricks, camera angles, crane shots, try and do something different with a dramatization, with uncovered footage, but it just was an experiment, to quote Flag from The Blob. It's an experiment that fucked up. It just, Brian Flight, The Blob, Kevin Dillon for life. This movie just sucked. I think a lot of the cast is wasted. There's really not much to the movie that happens. People, hypnosis, they freak out, and a handful of things. Even the ending just seemed, it's funny. It's like the problems people have with found footage where they can't see much, yet this is an actual movie, but it's almost like trying to have the problems of a found footage movie without it being found footage. And then I think you're saying the same fucking scene happened twice at the same time. Like, they're saying the same dialogue as the documentary version and the movie version, the same dialogue. I just don't understand that. It's not creepy, it's not suspenseful, it's not scary. And if you're going looking for aliens, like wanting to see aliens, you're not going to get that either. The ending there's really not an ending. It's just this happened, and even if you did like Mila Jovovich's character or like the real person, her daughter's gone, and she herself is deteriorating to the point she's in a wheelchair, and So it's a bummer of an ending. It's a depressive an ending. Special effects wise, if you go into a film with that, you're not really getting anything of that sort. So I don't really get what was the whole point of this movie. What were people supposed to get out of it? I don't know. I disliked it just like I disliked it back then. Maybe it was interesting for the director to create this experimental type of film, but it failed. It failed. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.